Hey everyone, Pastor Nathan here. We're in the week of serving in the Red Letter Challenge. Our reading today highlights two places that connect humility with service. One is Jesus' own setting aside of his glory and his position as kind of first in the universe, if you will, in order to become last. That's a consistent theme in Jesus' teachings, and he does that by setting aside his glory and taking on our sin. The other section is John the Baptizer. He sets aside a prosperous ministry, baptizing folks in the Jordan River in order to highlight the necessity of Jesus's work. And I think this also is key and crucial. John was willing to become last, if you will, in order that Jesus might increase. As I was thinking about how this applied to my own life, how humility is connected to service, one of the places that jumped into my mind was budgeting, monthly budgeting. Now, this might seem like a kind of odd place to go, but hear me out. When my wife and I were first married, we committed to monthly budgeting. It's just part of how we decided to do life together. But for the first few years of our marriage, monthly budgeting wasn't a ton to it because we honestly didn't have that much. We were both in grad school and both working jobs that didn't really pay a lot. And through the incredible blessing of family and churches, we were able to make it month to month. But often there was some question about whether or not the money would make it to the end of the month. And when that happens, your budgeting gets really slimmed down, and there's a lot of priorities kind of get set to the side because you're just like, these we have to get done. When I took my first call, all of a sudden we had a lot of extra income, and we quickly realized, or maybe not so quickly realized, that when we were budgeting, it was tough to get our dreams to align. And one of the things I realized that I had to do in the budgeting process was set aside my wants and desires in order to serve my wife. I had to let her desires become first and my come last. And I'll tell you something that incredible that happened when we both realized this, and we both entered kind of into the budgeting process with more of a servant attitude than a master attitude, if you will. When we did that, budgeting became less contentious, and we began to see what each other's dreams were. And so in serving one another in that humility, we actually grew closer to one another through the budgeting process. And that's just one small example from our lives where humility and service went hand in hand in something that happens on a monthly basis for us. So I hope that's helpful for you as you're following your Lord and Savior Jesus the Christ and looking for opportunities to serve someone today as you reflect Jesus into the world. Have a great rest of the day, and we'll talk again soon.